Hazard. Hearing some carnage there as Jaws goes down into the turf. He's going to be trying to turtle mode and get back up in the air, coming back from the pack. Trying to see here who's going to be the first one to get to that corkscrew section. Looks like Jake Hammer is going to be in first right now onto that triple corkscrew with Hazard FPV close behind. There's Jake Hammer crossing over onto lap number 2. Hazard FPV 1.5 seconds behind. Still looking for JFK and Jaws. JFK now on to lap number 2. He is 8 seconds behind that transfer position. Remember, top 2 move up, bottom 2 move down. This is a double elimination bracket. And there's Hazard FPV, second place, going down into the grass. That's going to give JFK a chance to move up.
It's pretty exciting here for Jake Hammer. One more to go as the white flag flies. One of our youngest pilots here at the Race Day Quads 2019 MultiGP Championship, presented by DRL. From the great state of Michigan, qualified 71st overall in pro class, and here he is going to have a top 60 finish, so moving up at least a few pegs.
Jake Hammer definitely clear out in front of that pack. He's in that triple corkscrew section. So he's about to be done waving that checkered flag. So it's going to be a battle between JFK and Jaws for that transfer position. Looks like JFK, your leader right now in that bow tie section, stitching it up. Jaws trying to go through the bottom section, hits the ground. So JFK with a little bit of breathing room, 2 gates to go. And your second place finish is going to be JFK moving up.
So third going to go to Jaws, fourth going to go to Hazard FPV. Of course, is hot here for one as Jaws brings it in. Love watching his FPV feed as he has that camera deep inside of those props, and you see those props spinning around, and the course of frame rate of the camera kind of looks like spirit fingers in front of you as you fly around the course. Spirit fingers, spirit fingers. So Jake Hammer and JFK moving up in our winners bracket. No channel changes. You're back in heat number 6. No channel changes for Jaws or Hazard. You're back in heat number 5. That was heat number 2 in the books. Up next is Killer Beam and Knee Down, Dirty Muffin, Maker FPV. On deck, Balake, Adapt FPV, Spicy, and Din. In the hole, Dale Flies, Shames, Jaws, Hazard, FPV. We are pushing through this thing right here.
That's right. We're going to be turning over some heat right here.
Of course, while we have a second here, we do want to thank our title sponsor of our championship here in 2019. It's Race Day Quads, racedayquads.com. They have outstanding shipping, great product support, service, and some of the best prices in the industry for all things FPV racing, and anything around this drone racing industry. racedayquads.com. And this weekend, also with part support for all of our pilots. If anyone needed any parts, they just ordered online. They put champs in the notes, and they were hand-delivered within 2 hours here to from just outside of Orlando to into Daytona Beach. Can't thank Tyler and Buddy and the entire team at Race Day Quads enough for their support. Our title sponsor here at the 2019 MultiGP Drone Racing Championships. It's the Race Day Quads Champs, presented by DRL. You know, we see Jake Hammer there, one of our young pilots, and we talked earlier as we kicked off our live stream, and you saw Canoodle from DRL walking up. You see him on NBC and the top pilots on television and drone racing on NBC and Twitter as well. And DRL is a big storyline of this event because the winner of our top 40 championship top 16 bracket is going to get a DRL 2020 contract with a couple of caveats. As long as they're not a DRL pilot already, there's a few of those in the roster.
Yeah.
And secondly, as long as you can have a driver's license in 2020, you're good to fly. Good enough to drive, good enough to fly for DRL. They've made a age exclusion for the 2020 season.
Nice.
It didn't help me any bit at all.
You're still going to be fast, right? Just because they removed the age restriction doesn't mean anybody can get in.
Highest seed in this one's going to be Killer Beeman, 44th this weekend. That's a gain from 100th in pro class from the season. Knee Down, who qualified 43rd overall in the season on the global leaderboard, and 45th overall this weekend, so consistent about where he sits right there. Then Dirty Muffin and Maker FPV coming out of those preliminary brackets earlier this morning. You can see all those brackets at mgp.livefpv.com and worldcup.livefpv.com. The action from this morning. Dirty Muffin qualifying 59th overall in Pro Class and comes in here to the championship in the number 52 position. And Maker FPV goes from 118th this season to 53rd at Champs, with a best-case scenario to finish 41st in the world. Over 1,100 pilots that have competed at 125 global qualifiers worldwide to get to this point. Did we get a knock?
What?
Did we get a knock?
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, let's launch them.
Pilots, go ahead and arm your quads. We're going to go live on the tone here in less than 5. Off to the races we go. This is Heads Up Racing. Going to be Killer Beeman, first one with that hole shot, making it through the gate. Then Maker FPV, knee down, and Dirty Muffin. Killer Beeman, the one here with the TQ coming into this race. So all eyes on him as he's going to try and maintain that position. Looks like he's the first one through that DRL dive gate down into the bow tie section in the back half of the course. Here's the triple corkscrew. We got 1, 2, and 3. 2 gates to go, and he's going to be on to lap number 2.
Oh, we just lost him.
As we say that, he's down. That's going to give knee down.
And Maker FPV, both of them moving up the 1-2, but Dirty Muffin right behind them as well. And
Speaking
now
of
we're
that,
down to 2.
Maker FPV, the one that was moving on to lap 2 in the lead, he's now down. So we've got 2 pilots in the air, knee down, and Dirty Muffin. It's going to be looking pretty good for them as Dirty Muffin moves on to lap number
No, Dirty Muffin got lost and went back. So it's just Dirty Muffin and knee down, about to cross onto lap number 3.
Yeah. All right, looks like knee down going through that triple corkscrew section. That's going to put knee down through first, and looks like Dirty Muffin coming up in second. All right, going to be a little bit of DVR review there. We had a couple of timing issues. So results unofficial right now as far as 1 and 2. We do know that Knee Down and Dirty Muffin are going up, and Maker FPV Killer Beeman moving down to that consolation bracket.
Results unofficial on that one. Results unofficial on that one. So we will review it. We're gonna continue. Right now, we're gonna put Knee Down and Dirty Muffin 1 and 2. We'll do the benefit of the doubt on that one, but that one is under review. Dirty Muffin's run under review. You're not on this in this race.
You're not in this next heat. This is heat 4.
We're going to heat number 4. This is Balake, Adapt FPV, Spicy, and Din. On deck is Dale Fly, Shames, Jaws, and Hazard FPV, and the whole Laughin' Jared, Jake Hammer, and JFK. And I believe no channel changes around there. We haven't dealt with a channel change yet, so unless I make a big deal out of it, with peace and love, unless I make a big deal out of it, no channel changes. Just go to your next heat.
Yep, no channel changes. So we're going to see Knee Down and Dirty Muffin back in race number 8, and Maker FPV and Killer Beeman down into the consolation bracket. They're going to be back here in heat number 7.
So before it's official on the Hydra app, that one is under review on Dirty Muffin. Now, the reason being, as we're girding up this next heat, reason being, as we had multiple reads through the start-finish gate, the judge seemed to think that the pilot was on a 4-lap run. So judge got a little lost, pilot got a little lost, so we must ensure that he went through all of his gates in the right order.
Yep.
I think even if he doubled, tripled up the gates, it should be good. But we have our review official, Michelle Brooks, working on it, and she's already unclear as well. So a little funky something there, but we'll get that official. We'll get the official results on that as well. Talking about that Hydra app all afternoon and evening long. You can game along, select the finishing order in each and every one of our heats, and game those points. Don't bet it all on your first one. You can't do that. Don't do that. It's a crazy idea. Just Bet conservatively until
Also,
you figure it out.
once you get to the finals, don't bet everything. I mean, there was a couple races I was at where pilots were like 10,000 points in the lead. They decided to go all in on the last race and lose it all. So,
There's a look at our Hydra leaderboard. Ran Brand FPV so far your leader on the Hydra points after two, because remember that last one isn't official yet. Yano's second on the leaderboard. Then you got AK third, Seth FPV fourth, Gatekeeper in the number 5 spot, Lo-Fi 6, Lightning 7th, Lucario in the number 8 spot. Looks like Lo-Fi, Lightning, and Lucario just starting or betting conservatively. They still have their 5,000 points. Sounds like we have some pit versus pilot debate, pitman versus pilot man debate, which is all good. We're about to go green. This is heat number 4. Balake, Adapt, Spicy, and Din on deck. Dale Flies, Shames, Jaws, and Hazard FPV in the hole. Laughin', Jared, Jake Hammer, and JFK. This is our final heat of the first round. Top 2 move up, bottom 2 move down. Let's go green.
pilots, arm your quads. It's going to go live on the tone here in less than 5.
Full send. It's going to be Balake, first one through the line. Balake, the first one to hit the ground. Turtle mode.
So,
and he is pretty side down, about to take off again. So look at this chase cam. You got Din and Spicy trading places at the DRL dive gate. Meanwhile, playing it safe, Adapt in the number 3 spot here. This is lap number 1, and it's not 1 on lap number 1 as we push to that corkscrew. Spicy just ahead of Balake, and giving chase to them is Adapt FPV. An opening good lap. It's a tight one, 0.6 of a second separating all 3 pilots. Holy guy, as we push Spicy back up into the lead just ahead of the field.
Balake still down, so looks like we just got 3 pilots in the air here. As looks like Adapt going down, your leader there. It's going to give Spicy and Din some breathing room.
Spicy just ahead of Din, working his way around that tower into our corkscrew section.
Looks like Din's actually ahead of Spicy now.
Adapt is now caught up to the field. 1 more lap to go. White flag flying. And Din, Adapt, Spicy, 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
They're blowing up that Hydra FPV app right now. 0.03
of a second, separating the top 3 pilots there. Din
Spicy dropping to 4th. You can see the rest of the field in front of him, but we have still half of the course still to go. Now Din drops in a peg. It looks like Adapt up into the lead. Yeah. Adapt out of the bow tie to the corkscrew. Spicy right with him. Din right with him. It's a push to that start-finish gate. Oh, man! Wow.
Wow. That was 0.03 of a second between all top 3 pilots through that start-finish gate. Timer here is going to show Adapt through first, then Din, then Spicy. But we had a mid-air collision.
Second guy definitely bounced out. Almost calling it too.
So, looks like Din may have bounced out.
Hey, so
if you saw a line of sight, grab the quad. We're going to try and review it on the tape here. She's already still working on another one. I need to know the pilot, though. You got the quad.
Going to do a quick DVR review here. During that midair, right before the start-finish gate, we had a collision, and it looks like one of the pilots didn't go through the start-finish gate. So, going to do a quick review and see which 2 pilots did make it. Could be a pretty big upset here.
There's a Scully DVR review in the raw.
All right, so it's...
So line of sight, our line of sight judge saying that Spicy did not go through the gate. Now you want to see something cool on the Scully DVR review in the raw? Look in that bottom right-hand corner, buddy.
Nice.
How about
look at
a
that
start-finish gate?
Cam. All right, here we go. So 214.
Why don't I have 2?
Well, you got midair and probably lost video.
There's a great shot. If I can just take it back right here. You're going to see it here bouncing off the top of the start-finish gate in the bottom right-hand corner, guys. The bottom right-hand corner. Ready? Wait for it. This is my first day operating a DVR, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing
Oh,
here.
look at that pass there.
Coming out of this corkscrew, DVR is lost at Dab's video. But watch here as we go line of sight.
So there goes one quad.
There
two
is
quad.
Spicy.
Yep, into the
Spicy
top of the
goes
gate.
into the top of the gate right there. That is Spicy right there. And you're going to see, does he go through the gate? No, that gate says no, denied.
Denied. Oh. The bank is closed today, guys. The bank is closed.
Yeah, he's on the outside of the gate there.
So it looks like timer results going to be official on that one. We had a dab through first, then Dan, then Spicy. Right. We're going to delete that last lap for Spicy. So
Adapt moving on in the winner's bracket along with Din. He got it in. Spicy did not. That could be the biggest move, the biggest storyline here to kick things off. So that is going to put Spicy third, Balake fourth. And so as we wrap them up and throw them out, that's going to move them up. The winner's bracket, loser's bracket, no channel changes. Adapt and Din to heat number 8. Spicy and Balake to heat number 7. No channel changes. He was fine. What did he? Yeah, it's fine. Results official.
Maker got third.
let me go back to what we had here.
Maker got third. Killer Beeman fourth.
Knee down, Dirty Muffin Maker, Killer Beeman.
We're getting sent to go to heat number 5. Dale Fly, Shames, Jaws, and Hazard on deck. Laughin', Jared, J. Keimer, JFK in the hole. Maker, FPV, Killer Beeman, Spicy, and Balake.
Is it not refreshing?
Yeah, was this happening last time for you?
I don't think so.
R3 is Hazard, yes.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Hey, it's good now.
Isn't that what was on the screen? Oh, could be.
Yeah, this is right. That's not.
Hey, Doug, you need to refresh my NDI, bud.
Is that with the change? Is that with the change? The update? The update?
I don't know. Whatever.
No. What is on the app? The
The app
leaderboard.
is right. That's right.
Okay, with that last race is what I'm asking you. Yeah.
So as we start to grid up here,
Hey, can you throw on my NDI?